What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsmen. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out. Told old enough for the village.
Well done.
Welcome back. I'd never have guessed. Who'd have keen to help?
I am.
For you, 'cause...
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate, it's Odin. Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best.
But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, born. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work. I may be a selfish prick, but I own...
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This isn't... You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is...
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stopped short enough. Still...
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with you. Don't want any nasties. Oh, and... Blackthorn?
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And they're washed right...
Good idea.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, no heroic...
August, the people...
I'm going out there. Start work.
And if they can...
You evacuate. It won't come to... Take good...
Leave it to me, and...
first.
Over here!
Is that it? Apparently not. You're not getting past me. question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well,
Only almost.
yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall.
Good. So you do know.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later.
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravost won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no less. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravosh isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by the average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravosh what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far... Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief...
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jewel, and they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravosh in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman.
You know what? Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome, as long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got...
Look
beast was charging at... And he...
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that soda.
It's funny, but no... You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I, trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just... It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to...
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
What do I owe the honor? I never thought me and Zoltan would ever... And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive. The best. I'm saying Fordian, dear. Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. And?
Who's awfully thin these days?
Oh, what do you expect? Farmers are abandoned. Their fields and traders their roots. Most of what we have now comes from here.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off...
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splintered.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so... Very little is known of Ash. And the information we do have is spotty and out... We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since... If there is anywhere safe to land...
Then tell us what we will find.
But no splinters!
All right, all right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tharm. The one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, You had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, mate?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
What will it be today? And how could it not? But are we any better? I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then. I'll want a full report when you return. My map of Waloed is in sore need of revision.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? I don't mean to be gloomy. They need all the help they can get. Here you go. Seen enough?
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject, and what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of...
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete...
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins. Hints of its dogma remain embedded in more...
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed, but if no new faith arose, then and so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still, though in this case, it would not have been possible without... To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles. I am relieved to discover it in good.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I can ride the Enterprise.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going, and a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though, just in case.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters. Fly merchant colors and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who some women lust after, and to satisfy that lust I sold to opposing armies. But then one day, said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I felt right. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best, and all without aiding or abetting any. Told me about his plan to topple the Mother Crystal. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the rich. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest damn. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more...
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. That great lump. No. Go on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Covered in nicks and lumps.
How do you split this?
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you needed?
it is. I'm loath to give a patient at least a single dose. It may be. I wish so.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting onward.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Daya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless... I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curses.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends. Something needs to change, and we need to be the ones.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Please, Your Grace. Ah, my Lord Marquis. It was the greatest honor of my life. But now, so I bid you. Your companions are kind. I must, but I...
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord, yes. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on...
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse. But His Grace's case is severe. The draft... So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades, and thankfully a recipe was found. And our supplies are almost... Unless we can secure more soon. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you.
For Joshua. So?
A rare herb by the name of... It grows only where the ether is densest. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, the...
So it's only that you can't reach it? The stone and water itself...
Well...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But my...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if Stonewort is easily identified by it, I shall remain...
covered in nicks and lumps.
Is something wrong?
Not at all, honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav?
This place is as dead as Grieger's ghost.
The only orcs in Akasha here.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time. Canberra all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slavering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own? Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
This place reeks like a mobile's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
Get him! Over here!
God's breath. Don't look down, Torgal. That must be Estla. What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter gap! No quarter! You think all the villages in Ash are like this?
A question for later, Cap. Kill! Gav? Gav!
Don't tell me there's more of the bastards. Oh, fuck.
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for stone here. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No!
Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened? Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
Maybe there's something here we can use. There's no one home, Clive.
Then let's find somewhere to sit down and look at the map.
I thought we got them all.
So did I.
Please, no.
Miss. Whoa. Easy. Easy. We're not turned, all right?
Who? My thanks, kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Arcade. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by the ether. Till only I remained. By then, I was too far along to run. And then the nights came. And I didn't know what to do.
And this, Arcade is...
Just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world. You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
They all left. Drawn east to the tower, to reverie. The elders, the healer, the blacksmith, my husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out. This tower. That's where we'll find the king.
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be... The mural is complete. Ultima and this vessel, Ifrit. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here. But where is the Phoenix? By the Founder. So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
So that's how it's gonna be then?
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda.
What?
I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Just don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet.
If Barnabas is controlling the Akashic, then wherever he goes, they'll follow. And so will I. There's something there. I can feel it. But now's not the time.
This is it, boy.
I've come for you, Barnabas. Stay close, Torgal. The tower. It's alive. If I were Barnabas, where would I be? The top. So I could look down on the world.
All yours, Torvald! Farewell!
Was that thing? Hopefully there aren't any more.
Proto!
You lose!
Almost there. He's here. I can feel him.
The blade must ever feed if her edge is to remain keen.
Butcher.
What care you for these worthless creatures? They are nothing. Weak from the moment of their conception, ever longing for power not theirs to command, they turn unfailingly upon themselves. Like sheep, they roam in filthy flocks, eager to trample those few gifted a fleece of gold. Or that they might feel contentment with their pitiful existence. Prejudice and persecution, severance and strife, every earthly wrong springs from the malice in men's hearts. Malice born of the pain and suffering that is free will. Its corruption is gnawed at your being from the very moment of your birth.
You're wrong. It is no corruption. It is who I am. Every choice I make, right or wrong, gives me reason to carry on. And carry on I shall. Not as a puppet, but as a man. Which are you?
There was a time I too thought those the only choices.
What?
Long ago, God granted man the gift of magic. And with that gift did he build great civilizations. Yet over time, man lost sight of the gift's true meaning, stepping from the path of shared prosperity to one of avarice. He abandoned his creator for sword and flame, and through his folly, beckoned the blight. Yet, there were those few who refused to turn their eyes from the heavens, and they prayed to God that he might lead them back to righteousness. And the Lord, he did answer. Before the worthy shall the gates of paradise open. And so did I spread my arms to the ether, and cast my soul upon its gentle waters. I gave myself unto him. My worth proven, the Lord charged me thus. If your kind are to find salvation, they must be made to serve. You see, paradise lies but a single step away. Could we only take it? Could we only leave our transgressions behind? For none save the pure of heart and mind may set foot in the new world. I will save us. But it all begins and ends with you. You are the key, Mythos. And with this humble offering, shall I prove my faith once more.
So you forsook your kingdom. You forsook yourself to serve. Tell me, how is that living? What you seek to provide is not salvation. It's anything but. Life is about always having a choice. Take that away, and we might as well be dead.
Very well. Come then. Show us the strength of your will.
It's not the strength of my will that should worry you, but the weakness of yours.
If you think your will the stronger, prove it! By this day's end, you shall know the truth.
chose you to serve as his vessel, and you cling to this foolish notion of hope when there is none.
Finally, we can begin!
Shown the path. Now you must follow it. Free yourself, Mythos. You will not defeat me otherwise.
We'll see.
Perhaps you still require persuasion.
Defeated? You admitted defeat the moment you turned your back on us. When you turned your back on the truth, Barnabas. We are not as weak as your god believes.
What are you waiting for? Men know nothing of strength. But you will. Made a weapon of your weakness? My apologies. You are not the fool I took you for. And so it ends. No! Don't tell me you are tired, Mythos! Your stubborn defiance has stirred my long-becalmed heart, filling it with a joy that I have not known for generations! I had thought the tantalizing kiss of self-indulgence a dream forever out of reach. And now that its sweet ruin courses through my veins, I shall not be quick to relinquish it. Show me your work, Mythos, that I might revel in it! Sought my crown, Mythos, but none could
day is at an end.
And we both know the truth. It is I who stand victorious. My will that prevailed.
Your will? No. It was his. Clive Rossfield. Perhaps there is strength in will. Would that I had not relinquished my own.
You relinquished nothing. What was it, if not will, that made you strive for a new world? Strive to win your master's approval? You were shown a fantasy, and you chose to believe it. But you were wrong. There is no world, but the one we live in. And that world is worth saving. Even if it means killing a god.
Bold words. From one who has served the Lord so well.
This is pointless.
But I almost forgot. I promised that I would make you presentable. Did I not? We shall fulfill our destinies. Just as the Lord's Mother Crystals have fulfilled theirs. Come, Clive Rossfield. Take what is rightfully yours. Become one with God.
No.
At long last, salvation. I'm coming home. Mother.
me, how does it feel?
Show yourself! Face me!
How does it feel to consume your rival's strength, to gorge yourself on their beam, to edge step by trembling step ever closer to the divine? With or without a will, you are still but a vessel, our vessel. Behold, how your body shudders in anticipation of its fate.
It's not yours yet.
No. Come then, O wayward child. We shall await you upon the back of the first worm. There all shall end and begin again.
Why the hell is my city going with the captain? Don't ask me, ask them! Since when was Eugen Hamel one to hide when there was a fight to be had? Since they stripped me of my rank and banished me from the battlefield. Now I'm stuck wiping the backsides of this lot while the city burns and my wife tells off the man half my age! And then you turn up! What the hell are you doing here anyway? What indeed? The enemy numbers 200,000 or more counting yours. There are simply not enough soldiers garrisoned in the capital to repel an army of that size. Then one of the central keep, held by a contingent of soldiers and bearers from the surrounding boroughs. They are the sole reason it still stands. And all it took was an army on their doorstep to bring them together. The prospect of death does put things into perspective. Perspective. Perhaps it's what we've lacked all along. Lend me some of your best men, preferably all of them. My best men? Does it look like I have any more? I admit this might not be the most convenient time, but my nephew's in trouble, and I may have already promised him your help. Your nephew, the outlaw? Never! My soldiers have better things to do than die for nothing. Then you and he are of the same mind. I fight for the opposite! He fights for a world in which we shouldn't have to live and die for nothing! And he fights today to give us all a chance of a better tomorrow! Be that as it may, a handful of men cannot stand against a kingdom!
Then mayhap they are the wrong men.
Well, I'll be damned.
Our numbers are few, but I shall rally as many of my dragoons as I'm able. You, apprise the Lord Strategist of the state of the city's defenses.
Yes, Your Radiance.
And you would fight alongside us?
I owe the Phoenix a debt.
Does this vouch for my nephews?
Aye, but I still have my doubts about you.
Which we can discuss later.
Indeed.
You said you had men garrisoned in the keep. Captain, do you know how many yet remain?
Allow me to confirm. Commander? Whatever their number, Randalar will be needing
Gather the
them
bodies
all.
and build a pyre in the courtyard. Quickly.
Terence.
My lord.
You will find a girl there.
A girl? We are in the middle of a war.
I owe her my life, and I always pay my debts. You are to see that she is provided for.
Dion, I cannot leave.
But you shall. If I am ever to be worthy of the forgiveness of our people, then I must earn it. And I must earn it by my hand, and my hand alone. Know that I do not ask this lightly.
And know that I will do it.
Farewell, Terence.
Farewell, my prince.
Clive! Thank fuck. You alright?
I am. But I'm a damn sight better for seeing you, Joshua.
And Barnabas.
The king is dead.
So they're all...
They are, but so is their killer. He can't hurt anyone anymore. You're safe.
have. We need to talk.
I'm sorry, Clive. You know I want nothing more than to go with you.
I do. But I'm glad you're heading back to the Enterprise nonetheless.
And not just for Edda's sake. Our people need to know what happened here.
You can count on me.
As can she, I hope.
Thank you, my lords.
Do you think that was wise?
Wiser than leaving a woman with child alone in the Deadlands. They'll be safer at the hideaway. For now, at least. This land is overrun with Akashic. The king himself was long turned, albeit by choice, all to serve Ultima in his damnable quest to forge the perfect vessel.
The chaos Barnabas wreaked upon nation after nation. How many were killed for this?
He didn't consider it killing. Or a mercy of sorts. A way to end their suffering. He truly wanted to save mankind, and ultimately use that.
As he uses us.
But why us? What are we?
What are we? We are dominance. That is our fate. But that doesn't mean we have to accept it, which is why we fight. For the right to deny it. Is that not so?
It is. For our sins. Barnabas said something else. That the mother crystals were Ultimas.
Ultimas? Are you certain?
We know that the mother crystals have been leading the land of Ether. And we also know that it's this which hastens the spread of the blight. But what I cannot fathom is what Ultima stands to gain from that. What did you find at the stronghold?
The truth about Ultima's prize. For so long, I believed it to be you, and you alone. Yet, it is not merely a freed that he desires, but a freed and phoenix both. That which we became in the skies over Twinside. Only when the twin flames are joined shall his vessel be complete. Quite why he needs a vessel is another question. Unless there is something he cannot achieve without one. Something his immaterial form precludes. Something requiring an unthinkable amount of ether and a body resilient enough to channel it. If I did not know better, brother, I would think that he meant to cast a spell. A spell 1,000 years in the making. A spell to end all spells.
And he cannot do it without us. Nor without the mother crystals. But if we destroy them all, we will stop not only the blight, but Ultima as well. We stick to the plan then. Only this time,
we face him together.
Well, It's a long walk to Stone here. Let's not keep Ultima waiting.